Good afternoon. Thank you for stopping by Healing Conversations with Z. I'm Zuri BB, and I'm here to do the Sacred Geometry reading. It's a little late because I was gone earlier today. I'm just getting back. Um, I, Earlier in the week, I was privy to an interesting conversation video. It was a video per se that dealt with religion. And I thought it was interesting because I had to rethink some things, rethink the place where I was coming from in my spiritual life. I was raised up to be where up until the age of 16, I was raised to be one way, and not even 16. I think I had tuned it out probably around 13, 14. Yeah, that's about right. But I didn't officially get permission not to go until I was 16. I won't discuss what the religion was or whatever. That's beside the point. But then after that, I was able to make the decisions for myself whether or not I would go to church and do things per se. And it was interesting because once I made that decision not to go, different things came into play. Then for a while I was, my high school music teacher was the music director at a different religion that was close to the religion I was raised in. And I was like, okay, I can go sing, I'm still, giving some type of honor and praise to God. But it wasn't my religion. But I still found myself feeling guilty about not doing stuff. And so then I made the decision. I went to a different kind of religion, which was it seemed like a cult to me. And so I was like, no, this is not for me either. And so I stopped going to church for a while again. And then I started going toward non-denominational churches and Church of God in Christ churches and, all those different things. And, for a while I was, seeing if this was what was good for me and my children, which I thought was pretty interesting. But then it just felt like I was told, you got to do this. If you don't do this, that, and that, and that, and that, and that. And I was just like, did God really say this? Did he really, is he really saying that you got to do these things? Or is this the things that man put into, man is saying that God said? Is it really coming from God himself, or is it coming from what man said God is saying as a form of control? And so here I am at this juncture of my life. I haven't been in a while. And I'm all right with that. Like when I was 16, I've made the decision for myself that I know that I am the church. I know that I am in the image of the Most High, whoever he may be. And I say that for a reason because, well, there are humans and there are others. And I'm in the image of the divine spirit. And so if I'm made in his image, then that means I can do the things that he can do. That means that I should be able to look inside myself to manifest, create, learn within myself. I think that's where I am in my life now. And I think after watching that video, I understand the person's position on what they're saying when they, because it was saying that they look within. Excuse me. They don't look out. They look within. And so I can relate to that, because if you are made in the divine's image, you should be able to look within. I further believe everything that the divine has given us, we should be able to prosper with whatever they made, because the divine gave us everything we need. So as far as healing, ourselves, taking care of ourselves, he, or I say he, they have made it 100% available to us. That we should be able to do those things freely and without being controlled. Everybody doesn't believe like that. I remember years ago I would, get in discussions. I don't argue, but discussions with people who are heavily into church, and I don't even argue anymore. It's to the point. Okay, but did you believe? Who taught you that? Did your parent teach you that? Did the pastor teach you that? Did the nun teach you that? Did the youth pastors teach you that? Or do you actually know it for yourself? Because if anybody else taught you that, it didn't come from you. It came from the outside. Now, I'm not saying that what you were told was wrong. I'm just stating that the information that you have has been given to you from a point of view that is not yours. That's what I'm saying. When are you making your own decision? When are you going to understand who you are yourself? Not from what somebody else has told you, but what you know to be for yourself. A lot of people don't, that's something you got to think about. I still deal with that a little bit, but I do understand, spirit and the divine. I understand that everything that he has given, or they have given, because I say he, because in my mind, I still consider it a he, but I know that it could be a she, it, whatever. I understand that. But, I believe that I have free will to make decisions for myself. And whatever those decisions are, I know that there are going to be repercussions for them. But I know that I have the ability to recover. I have the ability to restart anew. I don't have to be condemned by anybody. If you don't like what I'm saying, you don't have to like what I'm saying. Judge not. You don't have to judge me. I ain't gonna judge you. Leave me be, to agree what I believe, and I'll leave you to agree, what you are free to agree, believe. But you don't have to, I don't feel the need to push that belief onto anyone else. Whereas in the past, when I was heavily into, when I thought that what I was doing was of my own free will, but it wasn't. I understand now that I was, whatever had been taught to me, I was pushing it onto someone else. And everybody has to come to their own understanding about who they are in the world and their place in it, and how, how the world revolves around them and how others revolve around them. And they revolve themselves. Now, this is not to say that it's not going to be easy, because there's always going to be people pushing you when they realize that you're not following the crowd. There is always going to be some type of push, some type of repercussion. Retaliation or whatever it may be, because you don't follow what everybody else is saying. That's part of the deal that comes from you believing something other than what is the norm or what the the most popular belief is. That's your choice. But as long as you know that it's your choice and you're not being manipulated, you should be okay with that. I mean, I am. Alright, so let's see what this message is from Sacred Geometry. Let me turn this music. I thought it was down low. I mean, it's not loud, but I know people tell me my music is too loud. And I don't even know what this music is. I don't even really pay attention to it per se, but it is what it is. Let me keep going. What is the Sacred Geometry message we're going to get today after that conversation? Let me make sure I have what I need to so that I can. Yeah. Alright. What's our message today, Spirit? What is the Sacred Geometry message today? Any other messages? It's interesting because that's the very first card in the deck. Alright. Interesting. I'm going to read it in this order, even though it popped out like that. We have the circle, which is the beginning. And we have Leonardo's Vitruvius Man. That one. And let's see. The circle is the beginning. I know that much. Holiness and potential. In accordance with unity and spirit, the circle represents a beginning that has no end. It is ever growing, ever expanding potential. Finding yourself in the circle provides you with the opportunity to view the whole of existence in its whole holographic oneness. From the sacred center of creation comes unlimited potential and infinite possibility. That which is yet to come will find form and meaning in your life as you create the intentions that will become your reality. The self is guided by oneness and the knowing that you are a breath and fiber of the all that is. Yours then is the path toward the holiness of self that begins with the emptiness of the void, the unknowable great mystery of the universe. Pre-manifest and empty, it holds the message of potential. This is the moment of creation that expresses itself as unity and spirit acting within your being. Allow yourself to experience the beauty of your divine nature and acknowledge that you are part of a magnificent whole. The potential for holiness is ever present. That's true. Once you understand who you really are from your own perspective, not because somebody told you, then you get that. You have infinite possibilities for yourself because you know it for yourself, not because somebody told you. Because if somebody tells you something, they can only tell you so much, or they're going to tell you only what they want you to know. And in saying that, that's how I feel church is. They tell you what they want you to know. They make you feel good, tell you, oh, God is coming and blah, 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 and blah, blah, blah. But it's more to it than that. And if you are a twin flame, you understand that. If you're seeking, you're on your own spiritual journey, you understand that now. You understand that it's more than just that. It's more, way more. They're only giving you what they want you to know. And when that happens, you're being controlled. So once you know who you are, once you know who you are pertaining to spirit or the divine, limitless, you have limitless possibilities. Infinite possibilities. Alright, Leonardo's Vitruvius Man. That's this one. We've gotten this one before. Divinity of humankind. Leonardo da Vinci's drawing contains the entire system of sacred geometry, including the golden proportions of phi. The mechanics of the human energy field, the Merkaba, can also be extracted from this drawing. Choosing this card indicates you are in search of an ideal. Perfection, though elusive, remains your quest. Beyond simple perfection, you seek universal truths and their relationship to your present life situation. What are you looking for? It may be the perfect partner, the perfect job, the perfect living situation, or the perfect body. Sacred geometry demonstrates that the ideal exists at all levels, while allowing infinite variety in form. Learning to accept the perfection in all things, including yourself, and the truth of absolute perfection in every moment is the message of this card. Opening to this concept and releasing judgment about perceived imperfections in yourself and others will free you to enjoy greater joy and satisfaction in living. So, wow, basically that really is what I just said. Once you know who you are from your own personal point of view, not from what someone has taught you, not someone has preached to you. When you know it for yourself, then you'll know that you are perfect in any way, shape, and form, whatever your situation in life is. You'll understand that to be true. And if it's not true, you'll be able to change it. Because you know who you are, and you know your gifts. You'll know all of that. You won't be stuck. Because a lot of people are stuck when they say, well, this is what the pastor said, or this is what such and such said, or this is what my mama said, this is what my daddy said, this is what my sister said, this is what they said. That don't go for you. What do you say? What is your belief? That's something that you have to, this is something you should really investigate. This is part of your inner child work. A lot of people don't want to do this because it's like, well, this is what I believe, but how do you know that? Who told you that? Until you can say it's from you, and because that means that you have to go on a different journey. That means you're going to walk away from church. You're going to walk away from certain doctrines. You're going to walk away from that, and the people that are still in that vibration, they're going to think, oh, you backslid. They're going to say you backslid. When in essence, you didn't backslide. You just went on a different path to really find out what it is for yourself, and not what they're saying in that environment, in that realm, because that's a realm. Those churches and temples and things like those are realms. You're just leaving that realm to go on your own journey to find out who you are pertaining to the divine spirit, God, the, whoever, you find is your religious deity. That's the best way I can put it like that. And there are lots of them. Some people believed in the sun. Some people believed in Jesus. Some people believed in God. Some people believed in Buddha. It's a lot. But until you walk away from that belief and investigate it for yourself, you're being controlled by somebody else. Because it's what they say. And if you don't do what they say, then they do things they make you feel controlled. And once you know that you've made the decision for yourself, what they say won't bother you. What they say, you won't be able to be controlled. You won't feel like, oh man, I'm messing up. Maybe, you won't doubt yourself. Be to thine own self be true. You got to be true to you, because that's all you have in the world. You came in, even if you were a twin child or a triplet or whatever, you still are your own individual self. You have your own soul. No two souls are the same. They come from you might come from the same egg, but you're different. But that's a whole nother story in itself. I'm going to leave you with that, something for you to think about for yourself. So thank you for stopping by Healing Conversations with Z. I'm Zuri Bibi. Please like, subscribe, share, make comments. This is part of your inner child. That's an inner child something. You want to get into the circle for you, not somebody else. You don't want to get into somebody else's circle. You got to find out for yourself. so that you can't be moved like a tree, strong rooted. You want to be in your own tree. You want to build your own rooted belief systems, not be held onto somebody else's. Alrighty, you all take care. Until next time, peace.